Star Trek Discovery Season 3 led us to a brand new frontiers and a whole new world to play around with in the Star Trek canon. But who is leading the United Federation of Planets in this strange new world? Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to Trek Central. Throughout Star Trek Discovery Season 3, we had numerous mentions of the Federation President and the civilian government in Federation headquarters. But we never got to see any of them. Or did we? In this video, we'll be looking at why we think the mysterious character of Kovich is the Federation President, and what it means going forward. If you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from a team here at Trek Central. We're also on social media, so keep up to date with the latest Star Trek news, lore and more by following us on Twitter and more. All links, including one to our brand new website, are in the video description below. Right, let's fly. For those of you who don't know who Kovich is, well, I wouldn't be surprised, as his name was never mentioned on screen. He is a mysterious character at Federation HQ, played by the one and only David Cronenberg. This character first appeared in the Discovery episode Die Trying, where he was seen interrogating the Terran Emperor, Philippa Georgiou. He had authorization to go into that room and interrogate a highly dangerous person of interest, which led us to initially believe he was either the head of Starfleet Intelligence or Section 31. But the fact no one says he is head of intelligence leads us to believe he was Section 31. But as the season played on, he could be even more. Kovich is a very knowledgeable man, describing himself to Dr. Hugh Culber as a man of widely varying interests, as he not only has a lot of medical knowledge, but historical knowledge as well, such as being fascinated with the Terran Empire since he was a young boy. Being a very knowledgeable man, it wouldn't be surprising that he is in fact the Federation President. Not only is he simply knowledgeable, but Kovich has access to highly classified information, such as that of Lieutenant Commander Yor, the Temple soldier who had originated from a Kelvin timeline, as well as the knowledge that here there had not been a mirror universe incursion in the last 500 years. Memory Alpha describes him as a Federation agent, suggesting that he might be outside the typical chain of command, adding weight to our theory. As we'll explain in this video, it's interesting to us that a man who appears almost as a civilian is present in secure and tense situations like the Emerald Chain breach of Federation headquarters, given Kovich was on the command deck with Admiral Charles Vance. If Kovich was the Federation President, it would also make sense of how the Federation is currently. Their main headquarters is hidden in the middle of space, obscured by their shields, and we learned in the final that their shield generators were also hidden in plain view as a secondary deflector. Kovich being a Federation President and hiding in plain sight fits with how the Federation acts in the 32nd century. I also want to add that Kovich does not wear any sort of uniform, and instead wears a very nice suit. It's not the best evidence to see that he is the Federation President, but it is evidence nonetheless that he isn't a part of Starfleet and is dressed more like a government official. When our resident Admiral Vance met with Asiro to start negotiations between the Emerald Chain and the United Federation of Planets, Vance had stated that he was acting on behalf of a Federation President during the negotiations, and the character who wasn't present from Federation HQ during the episode was of course Kovich. Now he simply could have been somewhere else on the station, but this, combined with everything else we already know about the man, when we first started to suspect that he was the Federation President. But yet, as soon as the talks with Asiro and the chain start to collapse and they leave, he is present again on the bridge of the station. So in total, Kovich is a character that is extremely knowledgeable about varying subjects, has access to classified information, has free reign over Federation headquarters, he wears a suit and not a uniform, and was not present while Admiral Vance was acting on behalf of the Federation President. Now as stated previously, all this information about Kovich could mean he is the head of Federation Intelligence or head of Section 31. But here is why I don't think that is the case. Before we do, it's also worth noting that during Asiro's attempts to flee Federation HQ with the captured USS Discovery, Admiral Vance ordered the fleet to fire on Discovery, meaning it would be destroyed if needed. Kovich surprisingly expressed his reservations over this, as the loss of Discovery's spore drive technology would mean they lose the way to reunite the Federation.
On my mark, all other vessels, fire on Discovery.
What about the message it sends?
But back to the topic, in regards to their head of Federation Intelligence, all the information we know of Kovich would match, but I don't see why he wouldn't be seen when Asiro visited the station. Asiro seems to have a reputation of killing leaders of organizations to take them over, and if Kovich was simply the head of Federation Intelligence, he might have been in the episode, or at least in the background. And why might not he be the head of Section 31? Well, this is even tricky to answer, but with Georgiou now going back in time and presumably turning the Section 31 we met in Season 2 of Star Trek Discovery, the more public organisation, into that of the Section 31 we met in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, aka the shadowy organisation which disappears when you aren't looking at them. Would Section 31 really return to their TOS-era methods of operating in the open, when that very method caused their downfall in Season 2 of Star Trek Discovery? If Section 31 are still active in the 32nd century, which is a discussion for another time, surely they would be acting similar to their DS9 counterparts. So, if Kovich is the Federation president, what does this mean for Season 4 of Star Trek Discovery? I feel we need to point out, by the way, as his name has never been mentioned on screen or actually said, we don't really know how to properly pronounce his name. It's Kovich, Kovich, however you would like to pronounce it. Choose one, let us know which you think's best. Thanks to an interview with David Cronenberg, the actor who plays Kovich, we know he'll be returning for Season 4 of the show. And if he is the Federation president, I hope he's revealed earlier rather than later. We were hoping for this reveal in the Season 3 final episode, however it seems this was not the case and no further information about him was learned. Season 4 seems to still be dealing with the Federation still recovering from the burn. Even though planets are rejoining, such as Trill, planets such as that of Ni'Var are just opening diplomatic talks with the Federation. It'd be really cool if we do get some discussions between President Tirana of Ni'Var and Kovich, as Ni'Var is now composed of Romulans and might ask the Quat Malat nuns to help with negotiations. Starfleet should show its president. We could even get some fun scenes with the Federation using their Eli hologram and Ni'Var using their Quat Malat. Perfect for a bit of diplomacy, I'd say. We haven't had much Star Trek dealing with the civilian government side of the United Federation of Planets, mostly of them dealing with admirals of Starfleet. Sure, we get some in the movies and President Jarish in Deep Space Nine, but Discovery now has the opportunity to show us more of a civilian side, which would be amazing. That wraps up our video on whether Kovich is the Federation president of the United Federation of Planets. Do you agree with us? What do you think of Kovich being the new Federation president? And if so, what would you like to see of him in Season 4 of Star Trek Discovery? Let us know in the comment section below. If you want to keep up to date with our Star Trek theories, as well as our latest Star Trek news, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Trek Central. You can follow us on social media, visit our website, or join our brand new community Discord server. For now, I've been Captain Jack, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Live long and prosper, my friends.